YouTube, how you doing? It's your boy Pete Timescreen Never right back here on the channel today with even more Sparkster gaming as we are back once again in Rocket Knight Adventures ReSparked. We are diving into what could possibly be one of my favourite games as a child, and that's Sparkster Rocket Knight Adventures 2 for the Mega Drive or the Genesis, depending on where you were raised. Now, the thing about this one is that I really did enjoy this game growing up. It was pretty much one of the games that you owned because we would always rent Rocket Knight Adventures, but we'd never finish it. So the whole thing about this one being the fact that, you know, we have access to play the game and just finish it was always a thing. And we're playing this through on normal difficulty, which I believe is the baseline of the game, mostly because A, it gives you the advantage to go gold and Sparkster at the end, because we go on an adventure for the 7 secret swords on this one. I think it's 7 because there's over there, but there are 2 missable ones basically. There's this one if you lose this fight against Axel, as we have combat in our newly refought pigmechs. So if you don't actually win this fight, you lose that sword, which means you can't really get that to go. If you don't play the game on normal or above, is like, so playing on easy basically takes away a bunch of the levels that are in the game, and one of those levels has what's called one of the secret swords, which we'll show you as it's part of stage 1, because stage 1 is really bloody long. And this is it's annoying because now I've gone and actually finished Rocket Knight Adventures for like the first time ever. This fight doesn't feel quite as epic. Like, don't get me wrong, I really enjoy the fact that we have this ability, and God, it goes on for a lot longer than I imagined. Down goes Axel and his cheeky boy smile. So there we go, and that allows us to go and grab the secret sword Uno. Wing, 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 wing. There we go. Brilliant stuff. Leading us into the beginning of Rocket Knight Adventures Dos. So stage 1. So we do still get the little cutscene with our random Triceratops elephant thing. Apparently this is a different princess from the first game, so who knows what's really going on there. But and it's, I don't know, there's a lot of this. So I do like the fact that we still have cutscenes, but I believe that this is like one of the only ones to actually remain. Now, something to know that there is something different, as you probably already noticed. Wow, that's really generous. Getting a life that early is crazy. Ah! So, the game is very generous. As you can see, this is a new system with the gems that exist in the game. Once you get 10 of them, it spins. Now, obviously, there is a maximum that we can actually have. This is going to get me killed. This is probably better to fight on, to be fair. There. So you can get 10. It stacks up to 100, and then for every 10 that you get, you'll get a roulette, essentially. There we go. And it's pretty cool. It gives you some definite things, as you can see. We were lucky. We got a life. Oh god. But it does feel like, I'm not sure if this was rushed, because the backgrounds on the game definitely don't feel as loved as the first game. Like the first game, there felt like there was definitely a lot more love in the game in terms of how the design of it has looked. And now this is obviously a lot more basic, I'd want to say. I'm not someone who really knows the intricacies of the game design, so I'm never really going to be one that's going to... I'm never going to be one that's going to question about why a game was developed in the way it was. However, it is most definitely something that you can tell is definitely lost when you play the actual two games, right? We're just going to go this way, because we are just going to rush our way through. That's a bomb. We don't want that. So that's one of the other things that exists in the game is the fire sword. So it does exist as a power-up. The roulette system is pretty generous with giving it to you quite often. It's because I think there's a blue gem, a red gem, the bomb, the fire power-up, and the life. And the life is obviously the rarest of the items. Now this is the secret area, essentially. So it's, when I said like I say secret area. Oh, I forgot about the meat as well. Thank you. So if you play on easy, you don't get this level, which means that you don't get this sword, which can be slightly tricksy. Because you kind of need, if you can't play this part, you don't get the actual part where you can... bloody hell. Get me out of there. I've still got fire, so this is fine. Yeah, no, it's kind of disappointing if you don't actually have the option to do that part of the game, because I mean, I don't think it is actually anything other than like I don't really want to go down there, do I? I'd rather go over the top. Oh no, I would really not rather go over the top. I hate this part. I actually do hate this part, but it is significantly faster than going the other way, because the other way gives you something that I just really don't want to deal with. Uh-oh. I don't want to deal with that either. Plus, we need to go this way, so this is the boss. Something, if you'd realise, if you've noticed from our Sparkster PC coverage that we did way back on Sage, I think it was Sage or Christmas Sage, that obviously a lot of this looks familiar, right? Fine. So we're essentially just waiting for the screws to spin on this one, and it allows us to essentially unlock the boss, as it were. We're gonna uncork it and try to get it. So it's essentially is a bit of a time gated boss, because I'm going to be waiting for the last screw, and the last screw is probably not going to give it to me. It's probably going to give it to both cannons, and I'm going to have to wait for another rotation. But I might even have to wait longer than that. Oh, I've lost my fire. How dare it. And now I'm going to have to wait again, because, you know, I'm more likely to have it shoot. Fun. Okay, here we go. Right, and we go on to the next part. So, something you will notice is that the levels are definitely like the stages are a lot longer than the Mega Drive counterparts, right? This level is absolute garbage. This pick gum is horrific. And the arms are garbage as well. God, I just want to get into a place where I can just get this stuff off. Right, there we go. Right, get me into the next area. Because the sooner we get into here is the sooner I can get off. Move on. I hate this. I hate this life. Annoyingly, this is not the actual boss of the level. This is just a sub-boss. Why am I not able to... There we go. Wow, I feel like his model is like slightly higher. I best not lose to this guy. There we go. This guy is... I'm not gonna lie, he is pretty easy. But, there we go. He's not even the end boss of this area, let alone this stage. That's still, that is still to come, like, the actual boss for this area. It's, like, that is something to say, and I feel like it's, why some of the cutscenes did, not cutscenes, but some of the, design. What the hell just happened there? Is, I don't want to say lackluster, but it's definitely not as thrilling as previous Sparkster games, right? Well, I say previous Sparkster games. It's not as thrilling as the previous Rocket Knight Adventure game that we played, because the backgrounds just don't feel as compelling. And I'm gonna guess that that was a compromise made on the fact to give us more... Ah! There's the boss. Oh my god, I didn't even realize that you could do that. Normally you just have to outpace the guy. Oh god, he's back. He's back. Sure. So, quite an easy boss when you work out what you need to do. The best thing about this boss is like the little rocket, like the little mice guys that you... And I mean, the boss is generous to give you some apples too. But, other than that, the, there we go. Simple, but once again, not even the end of the stage yet. And guess what? It would have been the end of the stage if we were playing easy. And as you can see in the background, there is a very familiar looking death ship in the sky. Because, yeah, it looks very much like the... What's it called? Like the pig ship. And guess what? We'll be going up there soon as well. I kind of want this, even though we probably won't keep it. There we go. I mean, we've got full health. We're not really that shocked by it. We're not really that bothered by stuff. But oh yes, I forgot that you could die if you hit the floor. Well, I'm not gonna blow my brain out for that, I think. I thought there was something in one of these. I'm trying to remember. It's probably one of those. Yeah. There we go. The boss for this one is kind of rough if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah. I don't really know what there is to say about this one, but it's very familiar to a Rocket Knight thing. Because if you remember, we had a train fight to do there as well. So you could realistically say it is revenge of that boss. Essentially, the only real way I've ever worked out how to fight this thing is to use your invincibility frames to just basically just blast through it. I've never worked out a way how you can easily beat that guy without having to cheese it with invincibility frames, unfortunately. So there we go, that is stage 1. Thankfully, none of the stages are really as long as that, other than I think about stage 5. So yeah, that is stage 1 done, and yeah, we'll be on stage 2. So, thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been Pete Timescreen Nevercoat from Project Phoenix Productions. This has been Sparkster from the Rocket Knight ReSparked collection. We'll see you next time for even more. I hope you've been enjoying the content. I hope you stay for the rest of the game as we play through it. Until then, as always, take care, stay safe, and play more games.